you all hear me? What the crap's going on? Tell me if you can hear me. Alright, I got something to show you all. Check it out. Here we go. Look at this. You know all the issues I have with mismicroing an army? It was the chair. We just needed a tactical chair to fix all my micro problems. MSI saw the misclicks and stuff, and they said, look, we'll fix it. I got home from work today, and that huge box was on the porch. MSI has hooked me up something unreal, folks. Like, it is, like, legit streamer level loot that I don't know how in the world I deserve, but they are a fantastic sponsor. I'll tell you all more about the stuff they sent me. Obviously, they didn't send it to me just to have fun with. They obviously want me to show it to you, and I plan to. But anyway, gaming chair, 100% guarantee, no more miss micro. Your frames go up, everything, guaranteed, no lie. Okay, I'm being a little bit sarcastic, but yes, it is comfy. There's actually one. I have a very nice office chair that I used before, and it wasn't cheap. I paid almost like $200 for it. It's a nice chair. This one is probably not quite as soft as that one, but this one is extremely well built. Like, it's leather, heavy, where it doesn't flip over good or easy. It can lay back a long ways. It's got a lumbar pillow that my other chair doesn't, which is really nice. So being an old man like me, you need things like that. Anyway, just wanted to show you all. I'm feeling lucky. If you could see behind the green... Well, here, you know what? Let's have some fun real quick. Hang on just a second. Let's see what happens. All right. You all can see into the layer now. Okay, here. Let's have a little fun for a moment. Okay. So, in the layer, this is my next project. This is going to be an all AMD gaming computer. It's going to be friggin' awesome. I can't wait to show you all. They sent it. It's absolutely awesome. Anyway, figured I would give you all a peek behind the curtain. Figured that might be fun. Wow, that focus. That focus. All right. Anyway, enough. I'm super excited. Super excited. I love this kind of stuff and can't wait to show you all the build. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And it's really cool for me because, like, I'm a gaming PC enthusiast. I've been building them for a number of years. I'm so excited for the first time ever to have an all AMD build that's actually competitive. I'm super excited. Hey, speaking of which, someone just mentioned it. 250K, folks? 250K, that's right. What DLC I don't have? May I ask what DLC you don't? I'm pretty sure I have them all. It says I don't have tic-tac-toe, but pretty certain I do. Have I never used tic-tac? Maybe I haven't. I don't know. Maybe I just got to go activate them. That's what DLC it says I don't have, but I'm pretty sure I have it. Anyway, folks, we have about 20 people tonight who are going to join us for Community Game Night. That's right, it's Tuesday, and it's game night. First of all, let me say thanks to Warner, who helps out with every one of these by taking all the army submissions. He is a great help to the channel. Warner, I actually tried to use your picture as a thumbnail, and YouTube said it's too big. So I'll have to resize it where it's a little smaller, but in the future we can probably use that as a thumbnail. He made kind of like a cool community night thumbnail that we can use on the videos too, because right now I'm not putting one. But in any case, today is 2v2, and we're still going to do the tabletop rules, meaning that all the players who are going to participate had to submit a faction with an army ahead of time. But here's where the wrinkle comes in this week. Well, one wrinkle be hopefully we can avoid lag. That's going to be a big one. But outside of that, the wrinkle is going to be the fact that you have two armies chosen. Will they match together good? And then will they match together good against who they're up against? How well can the players use it? So, yeah, we do need tacos, Leaf. That's actually a really good call out. You know what? Every Tuesday, you all call in for tacos. You know what? Next time I'll get some tacos too. And we will have a Taco Tuesday community night. What do you think? Taco Krell. We'll make an official recipe for Taco Krell, okay? All right. That will be the plan. Anyway, we've got 20 folks who want to play. I have not submitted an army tonight, partly because I was in a hurry. But also, when I found out we had 20 people, I was like, you know what? I want to let you all play, and I don't want to try and insert myself in this. I will ask this. If you're on the list and I call your name, and you know that your machine can barely run a battle, or you know that you have really bad lag, let me know ahead of time. And then if we do experience an issue, we'll know that, you know, if you can be kind enough to, like, step out of the way, we'll put someone else in. It's not that I don't want you here. I do. It's just really hard to watch a super laggy battle. I will be the only spectator to help minimize lag. But yeah, so that's going to be the deal. If your computer really can't hack it, or your thing can't hack it, and we'll try. I'm not telling you to say no ahead of time. We'll try, but just be willing, you know, to rotate out if we have to, just for the sake of the way that it comes across. We'll do our best. A little bit of lag, not going to be a big issue. It's expected in these 2v2s. It happens, okay? So Air's definitely not trying to kick everybody out. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Holy crap, Vince Sewell, you dropping it on me early here. Thank you for the 20, says Air. If you don't have Taco Krell and an unlimited supply of Bugmans at AirCon, well, nothing will happen, but I will be sad. Listen, if AirCon becomes a thing, it is going to be sponsored by Taco Krell and Bugmans, okay? It will happen. We will get Krell. We will negotiate a contract. It's gonna be a great contract, okay? A beautiful one. And then we'll do the same with the dwarfs, and they will provide many kegs of Bugmans, both in the alcoholic and non-alcoholic variety. Well, I don't know if the dwarves are capable of a non-alcoholic variety, but we could probably go to the halflings, and I'll bet that they'll have something that we can do. Can AirCon be in Washington, D.C.? Oh, no. We're going to do it in Arkansas. Part of AirCon will be a raccoon and squirrel hunt, and you all get to make your own coonskin hat or squirrel pelt. Okay? You got to get your redneck on if you're going to come to AirCon. Come to Arkansas, get your banjo, squirrel pelt, barbecue. You know it. That's the way it's going to go down. Anyway, let me pick the first players and let everybody know who is on deck. Thank you again, Warner, for your help with this. It is very much appreciated. Here we go. All right, I've got this all copied up. I just got to go get my random number generator. My microphone's always in my way, so if you guys see me looking around like an idiot at this other screen, it's because my microphone's in the way. Let's see here. Random picker. Thank goodness for Google. Okay, here we go. So we're going to need 4 players in each match. So I'm going to actually pull up. I need a little notepad real quick. Notepad. All right, so pick at random. All right, so Toto, you are the first player in the first match. Let's go ahead. I'm going to take Toto out. And the second player in the first match is Random Nix. He has made an appearance before. Toto, I believe, well, it may not be his first time ever on stream, but I think it's his first time in a game night. Let's see. So Toto and Random Mix, you are Team 1. Toto and Random Nix are Team 1. And let's get our next player. So pick a random. Uncle Gant, you are the first player on Team 2. Why did it do that? Hold on just a second. There we go. And then let's take Uncle Gant off. I'm trying to just take people off because this thing doesn't always pick a unique one. And then Semperfi 616. Semperfi 616, you are Uncle Gant's teammate in this. So Team 1, Toto and Random Nix, and Team 2, Uncle Gant and Semperfi 616. I'm about to host the battle. The battle will be, I gotta get my chat back up. Sorry, give me just a second. I need like 5 screens if I'm gonna do this effectively. Maybe MSI can send me like 6 monitors or something. Oh, whoops, that's not the one I wanna go to. Battles, multiplayer battle, host battle. All right, the game name is Airs Community. The password is 1. Please do not join the game unless you have been selected, okay? Simplify is not on yet. Okay, I will pick another one. Let me go ahead and host the game. Alright, I have the game hosted. I'm going to make an extra spot for Warner to get in and out. I'm going to be the only spectator. And we have to go pick another player because Simplify is not available at the moment. Let's take him off. And pick random. Sebedy Swooty, you are on deck. Sebedy Swooty. You are on deck. So I would put you on the notepad here so I know who went. Oh crap, I got too much stuff going on. Notepad. Alright, Sebedy Swooty. And then let me hop back, get my chat set. And then back to Warhammer 2. Here we go. Alright, so Random Nix is going to be on the team with Random Nix and Toto. Is Toto available? Did I miss it? Is Toto available? Toto. Okay, so Simplify says he can't join this one. We got that taken care of. Toto is available. Alright, perfect. He's in a different server. Warner's inviting him. Okay, alrighty. So we're going to get Toto in. So it's going to be Toto and Random Nix. So Sebedy, you switch to the other team. Let's see. Sebedy to other. Yep, there he's got it. And so now we're just waiting on Toto. And their armies are pre-picked. They have picked their faction and their army. So again, if any of you are just joining, or if you're watching the video on demand afterwards, this is Tuesday, which is community game night on the Heir of Carthage Discord. Yes, there was a bunch of awesome supporters who helped start me a Discord. I was obviously too slow to get it done myself, and it has been fantastic. There are over 2,000 people, I believe, on the Discord. If you all haven't joined, I highly suggest you do. That's how you get involved in these game nights. And, oh yeah, it's 2 undead teams. So we're going to have Tomb Kings and the Barrow Legion. Oh boy, Barrow Legion. I think we know what that might mean. We have over 2,500 on the Discord server. 2,500. We would love to have you be a part of the 2,500. It's absolutely awesome. People are in there chatting. We have different rooms. There's voice chats for playing team games. You can go on, organize multiplayer campaigns. You can ask people for help in your campaigns. You can get help with your battles by posting replays and letting people check it out. We have other games, and if you have games that everybody's playing that we haven't put a room up for yet, we can do it. Come join in. It's awesome. And it doesn't cost anything. It's absolutely free. All right, Shivering Death, thank you for the 20. He didn't even throw a message in there, but my message for you is you are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. Shivering Death, you and so many other people have brought me to a milestone that is absolutely humbling, and I'm super excited about it. Super excited. Let's see here. Got the Taco Krill. Toto going to get in. Let's make sure we get Toto. Magnum Knights, thank you so much for the 5. Handguns Incarnate is playing today. No, Warner is not playing in this match. He is just kind of moderating the night. He and Wicked are both moderators in here tonight. I have other moderators. I don't know if they're here right now, but he and Wicked are moderators. I think both in the Discord, and they're obviously both here on the channel. Warner helps me kind of set up this event a lot of times. It's a big help. It's absolutely awesome. But yeah, 250,000. 250,000. It's absolutely nuts, folks. It's absolutely nuts. I'm so excited. Very, very excited. Thank you so much for helping me get here. Shivering Death, thank you so much for the 20. The big support. You and Vinsul and Ungram. And then Magnum, thank you so much for donating tonight. You guys are absolutely amazing. There is Toto. We do need Africa. Now I get it. Someone in the chat earlier said something about the song Africa, and with Toto, I would play it, but we'd get insta-flagged. Even though YouTube's trying to be a little nicer about that, we all know what would happen. That would be awesome if we could play Africa right now. Oh man, that'd be sweet. Lag actually feels pretty good right now. Like, it's not very laggy at the moment, so I'm hoping so. Oh my goodness, Wood Elves and Beastmen. What an unholy alliance. What an and then Vampires and Tomb Kings. I don't know about all Tomb Kings, obviously, because followers of Nagash didn't care, but... And this isn't Khalid's Tomb Kings, but I mean, Tomb Kings and Vampires not typically best friends, I don't think, right? Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Nathan, thanks for being a channel sponsor. He says, congrats, been watching since 175k. Yeah, thank you all so much. You open, oh, yeah, I need to open another slot for Warner. There we go, so he can jump back and forth. I do want Sextus back, too. I don't know where Sextus is at, but I hope he's doing okay. I'll tell you what, the next campaign we do, because I am planning on doing another cinematic campaign. I'm trying to get through, I have so many of them that are open that need to be finished. I need to get through, and I'll tell you what I'm probably going to do. I've been playing ahead in the Tehennawin campaign. I probably won't be able to finish all the episodes of that, but rather than not finish it at all, I've got it down to where I'm in like the last 2 of the Vortex things, where all the action is at, and I have big awesome armies, and you all basically got to skip all the boring stuff. So I'm going to finish the Tehennawin campaign with a few episodes from there, and then we'll do the same thing with the Ikit campaign so that it doesn't not get finished. And I'm trying to go all the way through a 3K campaign, so I am going to keep going through the Legendary one, but that's not too hard. I want to clean up a few of these Warhammer campaigns that I don't have finality to, because the next campaign is actually going to be Mrs. Air and I playing co-op. And I think that you all really like that. Mrs. Air really wants to play as Alariel, and so I'm going to play as Tyrion. And we're going to do a Mrs. Air, Mr. Air co-op, especially since MSI was kind enough to bless me with an AMD battle station. So, pretty excited about it. Ungram says, I hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversations. She's coming in. 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. Here it comes, folks. The song is coming. Yeah, sorry, I didn't rhyme it right. Ungram, thanks so much for the 10. He's getting us started. Because we have Toto in the game, he's getting us started with some Africa. I mean, I can't play the song, but that won't stop you all from you know, going through the words in chat if you want. Sam Drew says, I swear if Mrs. Air turns out to be godly good at this game, I won't even be surprised. Now, that would be funny. She doesn't play a lot of games. She loves her some Mario Kart. But she'll play like boring word games on her phone. Yeah, I know, I said it was boring. They're boring to me. She likes it. So, yeah, Mrs. Air is actually really excited. She wants me to teach her how to play the game. When she heard you all saying that you wanted her to do a campaign with me, she was actually really excited. We never feel like we get enough time together, and I'm recording, and so I was like, well, why don't you just do one with me? And then I asked you all about it, and you're like, yeah, that'd be great. And so she's excited. She's glad you all want her to do it. She's a little worried about learning how to play the game, but I told her, you know, it'll be okay. Just waiting on this one to load up. I used to think it said I killed some brains down in Africa when I was a lot younger. What? I don't even know all the words, so... Alright, Matt Winnie's saying, bless the rains down in Africa. That's right. Boring word games is a grudging. It is for me. But that's one of Mrs. Air's favorite things. She's also using an app to learn Spanish. I was thinking about jumping on the same thing. I've been wanting to learn German for some reason. I mean, Spanish would be the easiest for me to learn. I've heard enough of it that I could probably learn it a little easier. I even understand a fair number of words in Spanish. Not a ton, but enough that I can sometimes catch the gist of a conversation without details, of course. But I'd really like to learn German for some reason. When I was in Germany and just hearing the language spoken, it feels like something I want to learn. I think it would be fun. Thanks, James. The 250K is crazy exciting. I'm very, very excited. We're gonna have a 12-hour stream as part of a celebration. I'm gonna do a compilation, like countdown, of my favorite moments from YouTube over the course of the years. And then I was thinking about setting up like a Q&A session with you all, where you all can submit questions and people can vote on the questions that they want answered. And then we'll do a big, on part of the stream, we'll do a big community thing like this, and then we may try and finish our Ikit stream, or campaign, on part of the stream as well. It's going to be super fun. I'm going to take a day off work so that the stream will cover, like, day and night my time. That way, people from around the world will have at least a chance to join at some part. So I know that most of the time when I'm streaming, the folks in Europe either have to be zombies, and then I'm sure it's not brilliant for Australia or like Taiwan or anywhere else either. I don't even know if people watching me from there. If Regina's here, I know that at least one is. But yeah. Anyway, look at this, 5 zombies up front for the Barrow Legion. We got a Necromancer up here supporting as well. And then we've got some Tomb Guard, Skeleton Warriors. Yeah, Tomb Guard on either flank. Those Tomb Guards are going to be tough units. Nice ones to have around. And they don't rout either. There's some Grave Guard in the second line from the Barrow Legion. There's a Corpse Cart on both sides too. That's going to give some attack and extra support to the infantry, which is pretty important. We got a Lich Priest, Lore of Life, with a net, and I believe that's Phos Protection and Time Warp. Yep, Time Warp is kind of like a Lore of Light Wah. It's a really good one. We got 3 Skeleton Archers, a Cairn Wraith, and we have a Crypt Horror, and of course we have Heinrich Himmler. Krell, 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 Krell. Oh yeah, he's got Krell. He's got Krell. Then we've got a couple of Spearmen. And back here in the back we have Fellbats and the Devils of Schwarzhofen. So we've got a fluffy puppy over here too. Let's see what we got in the woods here. We're gonna have a Necrotect on a chariot. Oh, but he's supporting 2 Tomb Scorpions with a Blood Knight and a Dire Pack. Holy crap, look right across from him. Look at the Dryads. Look at the Dryads over here. The trees are alive, and they are angry. Oh my, look at this. I don't know if this actually works with the rules, but I hope it does, and even if it doesn't, we're going to play it, because this is an all-angry tree army with Durthu and the Ancient Tree Men. Or the Tree Men, not the Ancient ones. We got the Firebark Elders, too. Holy crap, I love the tree army. That is beautiful, Toto. Beautiful. And then we've got some Gore Herds over here. What happened? Is there a countdown? What's going on? I don't even see the countdown. I hear things dinging. Got the Gore Herds up front. Koroks, Man Rippers, Morgur. Yeah, Random Nix has Morgur and a Brace Shaman, Lore of Wild. Oof. I think there's a Savage Dominion there. A couple of Bestigor, 3 Ungor. The Butchers of Kalkengard. Oh, there's some Skeleton Horsies back here too. Being a little sneaky. I want to see what happens with these Dryads. I like that the woods are sneaking through the woods. Those Tomb Scorpions, though, are going to have a freaking field day with all these Dryads. The Dryads do not want anything to do with those Scorpions. They're still hidden, though. Yeah, they would not want anything to do with that. The Firebark Elders have to be... What do y'all think? This has got to be one of the coolest looking units in the game. Oh, my glitch. What was he doing? Oh, he's summoning. He's got a Manticore summon. Yeah, the Firebark Elders look absolutely amazing. Alright, so let's see how this is going to go down. It's kind of hard for me to predict because there's a lot of troops on the field. I mean, there's some really good hard-hitting infantry over here for the Beastmen, and this is some serious anti-infantry power here. I mean, most things are low armor over here, so I mean, these Dryads do have a fair number of targets. Those Scorpions, though, gonna be a bit of trouble. Look at this, a net on the Feral Manticore, nicely handled with the Fellbats, and then we got the Devils of Schwarzhofen over here looking for a target. They would do well in the middle of those Dryads. Here comes the Firebark Elders. Those Tomb Guards with Halberds would be a good one there. These Bestigor and the Man Rippers are going to absolutely Man Rip a hole through them. Oh my goodness. Oh my, oh! Folks, press F to pay your respects to the Beastmen. F to pay your respects to the Beastmen. That was a wind of death for the ages. A beautiful start to the night. And that is going to hurt the Beastmen really bad. Really bad. Devils of Schwarzhofen not attacking, but look at this. We got the Dire Pack and the Blood Knights back here, keeping the Dryads out of the back. That's going to keep these Blessed Legion and the other Skeleton Archers safe. That Lich Priest Lore of Light owned with that net on the Manticore. That was a very nice play. And then the Wind of Death was absolutely brilliant. And we do have a Cygor summon, and he's summoned behind the lines, but he gets netted by this Lich Priest is on fire tonight. Oh, look at that back there, though. The archers get crumpled. Getting crumpled by that explosion. That was really quite brilliant. I hear another Manticore summon. So there is another Manticore in the sky. There's a fair number of Beastmen infantry left, and the Vampire will have had to spend a significant amount of their magic. Morgar's in a bit of trouble. He needs to pull out of there and heal, and that's exactly what he's doing. The Man Rippers have regrouped, and the Destroyers of the Drakvald are back here trying to deal with the Cairn Wraith without magic attacks. That is not going to be happening. You're going to have some magic attacks to try and cut your way through that. Let's see how the trees are faring. The Dryads really struggling with the Scorpion, and the Treekin will give a little bit of mass, but won't help a whole lot. You need armor-piercing damage to take out the Scorpion. Durthu is after a Corpse Cart. Folks, we got some action in this first battle. These Tomb Guard are going to be a real big problem for the trees. That is not a fight that they want to be a part of with that Tomb Guard. We do have the Tomb King here from Sebedy Swooty trying to get a Treeman back. He's being attacked by Bestigor Herd, which he does good versus infantry, but those Bestigor Herd are going to be dealing some significant damage. Some Crypt Horrors over here. It looks like we got a flank that's kind of collapsing, and the Butchers of Kalkengard are going to get butchered here by the Dire Pack and the Blood Knights. They just will not be able to fight their way through this. There's a Corpse Cart nearby too, which is going to make this even worse. So yeah, the Butchers of Kalkengard get butchered by the Butchers of the Barrow Legion. The Firebark Elders have trumped their way through the main line. There is still a significant beating going down over here, and depending on... I don't think he has Sword of Date. Yeah, he does. So Sword of Date and Doomflock, Durthu can really challenge a lot of this infantry here. There's a lot of large units here that the Scorpions aren't really going to love fighting. Let's take a look at the other side. The Beastmen, though, I'm worried the Beastmen are about to start crumpling under the pressure because the Vampire units have a lot of fear, a lot of terror. The Beastmen don't have great leadership, and they are facing a lot of units pushing through. The Blood Knights and the Crypt Horrors are back here getting some very serious work done. Oh, those Firebark Elders, they look so dang good. So good. It's almost like you just root for them just because. This anti-large here is really paying dividends for the Beastmen. The pick of those two Tomb Guard was absolutely clutch, and he didn't know it because you got to pick ahead of time. But Tomb Guard are a pretty solid pick most of the time. There's a Summons back here. It's helping to get that infantry off of the archers. So Tomb King's still with archers. I would say it's looking pretty grim here for Team Elves. The Beastmen are toast. Morgar's Shadow Herd, or what are they on? What is he? The Morgar, the Shadow Gave. I know. What is his herd? The Shadow Herd? What's the name of it? I can't remember. Anyway, his herd is not looking great right now. Just the Bray Shaman left. He actually stabilized his leadership. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to hold. The Elves are putting down a very stiff beating over here. You got Tomb Kings that are in the midst of crumbling. Durthu is in a tough spot right now. None of these units is specifically anti-large, but Durthu is tough. He has some Treekin that can come support here too. They may go after that Corpse Cart, which would be a good call. This Bray Shaman is holding out like a champ, but I think his days are numbered here. The Dire Pack is going to give him a good chewing. Did he just headbutt a bunch of undead hounds? Wow. It's the Cairn Wraiths. This is going to be trouble. I don't know how many of these... Yeah, I don't know. No, that Doomflock was actually really well done there. Durthu's going to put damage down on a lot of units, including the Cairn Wraiths. But the archers here are going to start taking a toll. Blessed Legion's out of ammo now. But yeah, Durthu's a big target, and he's pretty easy to hit. And these Unbreakable Infantry are just being a huge pain in the butt. They just won't give up. The Angry Trees are putting up an epic fight. I don't think that they're going to be able to win it. But if you all came for an epic show, then you are going to get it. We've got undead mummies and vampires duking it out, toe-to-toe here. A whole bunch of evil trees. I say evil. I don't know. Evil is kind of a you decide in this game. I mean, I don't know. Dark elves are pretty evil. Can you all hear me fine, by the way? How's the sound balance? Is the game too loud? Tell me if the sound balance is good. I usually balance the sound when I edit videos. If it needs adjusting here, let me know. Holy crap. This is a lot of angry trees. Dark elves are the best faction. Changed my mind. They're definitely one of my favorites for multiplayer because of their well-rounded pick. So the game's a little loud. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. I just cut a couple of decibels on the game. Tell me if it sounds any better now. Nathan, thanks for the feedback. Woo! What a first battle. What a first battle. Yeah, you all help me balance the sound out properly in the next battle, okay? If I need to turn the game sound down a little more, I can. So you all let me know if it needs to be balanced. Always feel free to chime in with that on the stream. Always want the feedback. Toto, this army gets 2 thumbs up from Air right here. This is an Air approves army. The Ints have gone to war. And they were angry, and they fought ferociously. They were not able to defeat their enemies, but I think we all agree that Toto's army is awesome. I'm not sure if it actually... you know, it may meet the Warhammer Cup rules, because he only has 1 caster. I don't know if the trees count as a super weapon, though. But I know that goes faction by faction, so... But hey, alright, Wicked says it's Warhammer Cup. Okay, yeah, I don't... Because I know the rules, like, vary just a smidge from faction to faction. Ragnar, thanks for the 10. Says congrats on the 250K. Thank you so much, Ragnar. I appreciate the support from you and the 250,000 other amazing people out there who have made this channel the success that it is. I'm just here making you all content, and you all are here making this an experience. So and it's like tonight, we got 200 folks watching the stream. We have 20 folks ready to jump in and play. We just got to watch an awesome battle between our community members. I love it, folks. I would love to do this forever until I'm a grouchy old man and salty, you know? No 3, only 2 of any 1 monster. Okay, well, there we go. Sweet. I wouldn't have cared if it broke the Warhammer Cup rules. It has my approval, and I would have just broken the rules anyway. Oh, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Thank you so much, Ragnar. All right, we need to pick another team. GG. That was awesome. I need to go save that replay, too. All right, give me just a second. Let me get over here. Replays. And like I said, in this next one, you all help me make sure the sound is balanced. It could still be a hair loud. I turned it down a couple decibels, but I need to know whether or not we get it in the right shape whenever we're zooming in and out. Thank you for the feedback so far. Always appreciated. Let us rename this one. So this is going to be 2v2 night game 1. All right, so I have the replay saved, and it is time to pick the next players who get to participate. So we've still got, I think, 16 or 15 players ready to go. Let's pick our next participant. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and go host the game. Sebedy and Uncle, or you know what? Hold on. Are we doing winners stay, or should we just do a straight rotation to get more people in? What do you all want? Winner stay or rotation? Let's see what people say here. Of course, it's going to be like a down the middle split here. It's like you guys are like literally splitting this one here. All right, we'll take Warner's suggestion. Let's do a rotation. Let's do a rotation since it's 2v2 night and we're trying to cover ground. We are going to rotate out each battle. All right. Thanks, Sebedy. All right, so we're gonna rotate. That was Warner's suggestion. I know a lot of you want Winter stay, but we're gonna try and just get as many people in, and Warner's helping me run this, so I'm gonna give him some leeway to help influence. Zero, you are gonna be the first up in this match. So Zero, you are player 1, team 1. And let's get your teammate here. So Zero's teammate is gonna be, righty, Flying Taco. So Flying Taco is team 1, player 2. So team 1, Zero, and Flying Taco. And let's get team 2 up here. We're gonna have Taco 0906. So there are 2 tacos, and it is Tuesday, folks. It is Taco Tuesday. So Taco 0906, you are player 1, team 2. And then the last one is Regina, our very own Aussie queen. So Regina and Taco 0906 are team 2, and Zero and Flying Taco are team 1. So you all go ahead and join in and make room for Warner to navigate his way around. So Taco, let's just remember here. So Taco is on the team. Taco 0906 is with Regina on team 2. Zero with Flying Taco on team 1. And let's go into chat. Okay, so Ryan says I would skip me. I'm Flying Taco. Okay, so we need to skip Flying Taco for the moment. I'm going to pick someone to fill in. So the Griffin, you are now player 2, team 1. The Griffin. So go ahead and hop into the game. Griffin, the password is 1. The game is Airs Community Night. So Griffin, hop in. Sabity Swooty, thanks for the 2. He says, next Tuesday, can we do winner versus winner like attorney? I think so. I think that'd be a good idea, actually. What do y'all think? You know what we could do is we could have a series. You know, it might be a fun one. I don't know if we do this one next week, but like the whole winner versus, we could do like an FFA battle one night, and we take like the top 2 out of a couple of FFAs into a final one, and then the folks who lost in each of them, put them into one and like see who winners are. You know, we could kind of do like around there. That one might be fun. We have all the players in. We have Griffin, Zero, Taco 0906, and Regina. Regina picked not the elves. Whoa. Mind blown. Mind blown. I don't know how long I'm streaming, Doom, but we got a little while still. I'm going to get as many games in as we can, so when y'all do get into the game, get your army picked, and let's get ready so we can hopefully get as many people in as possible. Dalton, thank you so much for the 5. He says, congrats on the 250K. I suck at this game, but would love to play with you. Hey, skill is not required. This is all about just joining in, Dalton. So if you want to play, usually on my channel on Monday, I may start trying to do it earlier, but usually on my channel on Monday, I put up an announcement in the Carthage content thread on my Discord, and it says what we're going to play and who you contact if you want to play. So you don't have to have prior experience. This is not like a invitational thing. We're letting people just join in and do their thing. So yeah, feel free, join in. We want you there. Don't worry about skill. Oh my sweet zombie Sigmar. Holy crap. Holy crap. That is possibly the most generous and kind thing I don't even know what to say, James Wright. Oh my goodness. Folks, I've been doing this for years, and I never cease to be blown away with how awesome folks are. James Wright, I I guess in celebration of the 250,000 subscribers, James Wright donated $250. Thank you so much, James. Thank you so much. He says, I love watching your videos. You're the best Total War Warhammer 2 streamer by far. Thank you for hours and hours of entertainment. James Wright, thank you for the unreal generosity. Thank you so much. James, if you want to play in a game tonight, please tell me. Tell Warner. Warner, help me watch in the chat. We want you to jump in. And for goodness sakes, if you're in the Discord, make sure they give you a title or something. Thank you so much, James. See, folks, I tell you, this channel is only great because of you. I know people be like, "Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You're the one making videos," but it's true. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be motivated to do this. I wouldn't have kept doing this if it weren't for all the awesome people like James all these years. And obviously, remember, when all this was going on, like even when my channel was in a big heyday of like Shogun 2, I wasn't even monetized. YouTube wouldn't let me monetize. I just did it because I loved it, and it was fantastic. And I remember I was lonely back then too. I hadn't gotten married yet, and I was really frustrated because like I just didn't have a lot of friends and other stuff, and the channel was fantastic. Like I always had... Oh, yeah, we do need a new map. My bad. Let me get us a map here real quick. But yeah, I mean, it was really fantastic to have an awesome community there, and there was people for me to play games with. There was even some of the folks in the community that would play like Halo with me whenever I wasn't playing Total War. And I mean, it was absolutely awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And James, thank you so much again. Like I said, it's awesome folks like you who make this experience great for me. And that doesn't necessarily just mean folks who have donated. Obviously, I'm very grateful for the very extremely generous donation you made. But like I've said, I mean, it's just coming on, having people who want to be a part of this, who want to participate in it. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So, again, thank you to everybody. I hope you all know that I really do appreciate it. And maybe some of you are saying, "Eric, you talk too much. Shut up." But I feel like it's the least I can do. I think to help you all realize that I'm grateful. I gotta get my chat back up. There we go. Ungram, thanks for the 5. He says James must have seized the diamond mines of Karazakarak with that money. He probably did. James, I hope that you didn't give me a bunch of money or something that you needed. Man, thank you again. If you all haven't already, let's get some appreciation in the chat for James. I'm going to try and read a few more comments while we're waiting on this one to get started. Let's see. Nathan Montgomery says, "You built a great community by interacting. Thank you for having us be a part." And then he says, "Thanks to James." Definitely. We like hearing air history. Well, you know what? That might be a fun part of the QA then, is for me to all, if you all want to hear some stories of some of the past stuff. There's a lot of stories, lots of fun. James is a true POW Air Ranger. This is true, Sam. Hyped for the new Halo? Oh my gosh, I'm so hyped for the new Halo. I don't play Gears of War, but I'm guessing a lot of people are excited. They just announced a homeworld, so yes, I'm absolutely hyped for the new Halo, and I'm going to play it with you all in here. I may even buy some copies if you all don't have it, just so that I can get folks to play with me. Drew says, "Thanks, James. You just made more community nights possible with that alone." Not saying they were not going to happen, but now there's listen, you all don't have to incentivize me with donations. I love doing the community nights with you, but by all means, when people are being that gracious, that kind of graciousness with the channel helps me organize events. It helps me have the money to make sure we got the right equipment to do this. I got to pay for software and stuff, and I make money on YouTube, and I use that money as best I can. And so sometimes when people are really generous with a donation like this, I try and find ways that, you know, like for instance, giving out prizes on some of these things, you know, I kind of save it and I try and work with it unless they have like a specific request or something they want me to do with the money. Like I think someone donated money one night, wanted me to buy a little koala bear for Little Air, so I did. Not a real one, of course, a stuffed one. Dalton says making the rest of us look cheap. No, the rest of you are not cheap. It's just some people, like myself in life, I'm actually, you know, and I'm in a fortunate position. And that's why I tell you all, you know, you don't have to like dump out money on me. I do appreciate it. I will take it with humility, obviously, if you are offering it out of generosity that way, and I will put it to use in making the channel better. But you know, myself and a lot of folks are fortunate. We have, you know, I'm able to make money, and you know, it's if you can't, by all means, don't be on here throwing what little money you have or need at me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just come on here, watch the video. If you like it and you're like, oh, I wish I had a way to support Air, well, there is. It's called the like button and comments. That helps me. Someone actually commented on the video the other day, and they're like, oh, how does it help you? I mean, like, you're not going to get recommended because there's only so many Total War players and everybody else is just watching Fortnite. That's not how it works. What'll happen is if someone goes and watches my video, in fact, if you're watching this one, over on the side right now, there might be a video from Indie Pride. There might be one from Lionheart. There might be one from, you know, Pixelated Apollo, someone else, right, who does similar content. That's how your comments and your likes help. If someone's watching one of those other channels and they like Total War, they may not know about my channel. They may not have watched in a while. And if you're getting stuff trending over there, it helps a lot. So, nothing to do with cheap. That is actually a huge way to help, because then it helps grow the community. I'm less worried about the amount of money I make on YouTube, and I think it would be more awesome to just continue to grow a really huge, awesome community that everybody enjoys, right? I'm not, you know, like terribly worried about, you know, me like trying to make out like a bandit on this. I've got a job. I'm gonna be fine. This is more about I wanna build a big, awesome community around games that I love, and I want people to have fun. That's why some nights when I stream, you know, I may have 250,000 subscribers. I'm only get a couple hundred on stream. I don't care. I'm going to stream. I love it. It's not about that number. If there's people who are having fun, we're going to come have fun. I've streamed on nights where we didn't have 100 people. Don't care. We're just going to stream and have fun. If I get 10,000 views on a video, or if I get 500,000 views on a video, gonna make the video. So... I am not going to go out of business based on views or number of people on the stream. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look at, this one's going to be a High Elves Bretonia versus Dwarves and Wood Elves. Dwarves and Wood Elves. This has got to be a slightly grudging matchup, but an interesting one. Let's go take a look at the armies real quick. So, for the High Elves here, and they are led by Taco0906. He has got the Everqueen's Court Guards, and I believe I saw another... Did I see another sister? No, those are archers with light armor. Yeah, there is another sister. Wow. 2 sword masters as well. Some spears over here, as well as the Scions of Mathlon. We have Tyrion. And he does have his Sunfang here, I believe. We've got some peasants up front to absorb a charge. And then we have King Lewin here for Regina, and then her second line is going to be Men at Arms. We have a Damsel Lore of Heavens with the Power Stone there, and it looks like Curse the Midnight Wind and the Wind Blast, which should be quite good against balls of unarmored infantry. We do have the Fireborn over here. Pretty much all cheap infantry for Bretonia, but that's Bretonia. There's some Royal Hippogriff Knights, and then Vanguard deployed in the back. We've got a lot of Pegasus Knights, Royal Pegasus Knights, not just regular Pegasus Knights, not just the pleb Pegasus Knights, but the royal ones. This is a Vanguard deploy for the Dwarves, but there is no army in front of them. They may not know that yet. We've got Norgrimling's Ironbreakers and a whole bunch of Miners with blasting charges. Folks, get ready for a little explosions in your life here. We got some Bugmans right behind them, and some Glade Riders and Way Watchers. Holy crap, that is a Vanguard contingent if I've ever seen one. What's funny is that the players are anticipating each other, and neither one is in the right position to to be anticipating properly, so this ought to be interesting. AC5025, thanks for the 5. Just glad I finally made a stream. Congrats on the 250K. Thanks for being back, man. It is good to see you. Love having you on the stream. Thank you for the 5. Thank you for you and everybody else being here. Hey, by the way, go in chat, help me. Did James, I was so blown away and like trying to read comments and stuff. Did James ever say anything else that I missed? Can someone be kind enough to look through the chat and please make sure that I haven't missed any messages from James? I wish YouTube would, when someone does something like that, I wish they would pin their comments up in like giant bold for however long that it lasts up there from the way that they've donated. That would be fantastic. Alright, so we got the Glade Riders. Wow, they've actually done a little bit of damage here. Oh, here comes the Blasty. Blasty! Oh! Little cooked elf. Little cooked elf. Wicked, I don't know if I can call Regina a name unless she approves of it. Alright, here we go. Holy mackerel, those Scions got blasted. This is like a mining disaster over here for the Scions of Mathland. They lost almost all their hit points there. The Stunties are coming out with an explosive fury early in this fight, and they are supported by quite a few units. Tyrion is not real happy about his troops being blastinated, and he is over looking for vengeance. Oh, he might find a little here. He's gonna go straight after that Spellsinger. Norgrimling's Ironbreakers over here. Oh my Pegasus Knights. They're actually pulling out of there at the moment. So we have a Glady there on the horse. The Hippogriff Knights are already down in there. Let's see if Regina tries. I think she's worried about all the archers getting easy shots on all those units, so she may have to swing around and deal with those Way Watchers. So it looks like Bretonnia and High Elves are coming down the hill through the woods right now. Probably headed to Grandma's house. No doubt in a red cape, if they're from Bretonnia, possibly. Maybe carrying a box of goodies, or a basket of goodies, I should say. The Ekrund miners have just blasted an archer with light armor. That armor didn't do much good. The sisters are sitting well back, as they should. They just need to be careful of wild riders. I don't see any in the vicinity. I'm trying to get a good overhead to kind of catch what's going on. These Pegasus Knights clearly are going to want a piece of these Way Watchers. Wild riders, I don't know. I mean, they wouldn't do awful versus Pegasus Knights once the Pegasus Knights get grounded. I don't think. There's some peasants coming in here to... Oh my goodness, Tyrion just gets absolutely waylaid. That was actually feint and riposte there. How do we say that? So it was not Sung Fang. He may have had it, but that was not the ability I was looking at earlier. Sisters have a good position. They're firing over the woods and into these infantry. More like a quiver of arrows for Grandma. Yeah, you're not kidding. Nothing from James. Okay, James, if you're still out there watching, thank you again, man. Thank you again. Feel free to shoot me a PM on Discord if you're on there too. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for the support. You were unbelievably generous. I'm trying to get a feel. I mean, the balance bar is still in the middle. Let's kind of look at the troop count here. Allies are the elves and dwarves. The numbers still in favor of Bretonnia. Oh, we've got a lot of swordmasters coming in, but if these archers are allowed a free reign over here, they're gonna wreck those swordmasters. Almost certainly. There is a push here from Bretonnia to get to those archers. That is tough. I mean, the amount of damage these Way Watchers can put off is just insane. And you got a Bugman's back here too. Bretonnia's fighting their way through. Tyrion did not die. So the Elf Prince lives. Norgrimling's Ironbreakers, if it weren't for those Swordmasters, they would be having a field day with all these Bretonnian infantry. They have not thrown their blasting charges, though. They're going to do it in combat. You definitely want to use the blasting charges. I don't know if it's like an actual fact. Ooh, Prey of Aneth Rama here on Lewin, and he is getting wrecked. Lewin is going to have to get the heck out of Dodge there. Those Way Watchers have got his number. Run, Lewin, run! Let's see what's back here. We got an engineer supporting some artillery pieces. Man, this dwarf army, all Vanguard deploy, then artillery and some Thunderers in the back. Talk about gutsy. This is some dwarf play that I like. I mean, we've had an all-tree army, and we've had a Vanguard dwarf army, folks. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? I think you are. I hope you are. That's what I'm trying to do tonight. It's right now swinging in favor of, oh man, I'm trying to remember who's who. It's the way they do the coloring on here, so that it's swinging in favor of the dwarves and the wood elves. I don't know if Lewin survived. He was in rough shape. I don't know how the High Elves and Bretonnia cut. Yeah, I mean, look at this. The Bretonnian army is just in disarray right now because of the loss of their leader. The Swordmasters got wrecked. And the Ironbreakers have held out super tough here. They've done spectacularly. I wonder if the Sisters ever got a lot of work done. They may have gotten attacked and I missed it earlier. I don't see a pile of dead Sisters. Oh, here they are. Only 18 kills there. Yeah, no chevrons. So the Sisters have not had a very big impact in the battle. Right now they're going for the Rune Lord. Let's go check this out, actually. Oh. Is that an Ironbreaker? Yeah. Ironbreaker lighting up the Sisters over here, and then they're getting hit by the Rune Lord, I think, too. Yikes. Yeah, Master Rune. Vanguard Dwarves and Wood Elves for the win. Regina, GG. I liked the Bretonnian army. I did like it. Looks like she's withdrawn and admitted defeat there. I do like the army, the Peasant Infantry. You get the Hippogriff Knights and the Pegasus Knights and Lewin for like a good Zerging power. It can certainly be effective. It didn't work out in this battle because of the sheer number of missiles and other stuff going on. But I do like the pick, and I think it's a solid pick. So Regina, thank you for playing, and thank you for being a part of the Discord, Regina. She's always around. She doesn't speak, at least not vocally to us when we're in the server, but she's always typing, right? She keeps us in line. So thank you for being a part of the Discord, Regina, and making sure that we don't get too out of line, keeping an eye on us. I feel like she's like the sister, you know, like trying to make sure that we don't act too stupid. Anyway, Taco0906, thank you for playing as well. I like the Tyrion-themed army here. They had the Sisters and the Fireborn. This is a very small army with very elite forces. In the right situation with support from another faction, potentially able to cause tremendous amounts of damage. And I think that's kind of the fun of this 2v2 is you just don't know what you're going to get matched up with and how it's going to work out. And so I think it makes it really fun because it could end up being awesome or it could end up being very difficult. The Griffin, this dwarf army, this is going to be another one, 2 thumbs up for me. This is like the Wood Elves army. I love stuff like this. I used to do this every now and then in multiplayer, and it was funny because sometimes people would rage quit when you would do this to them with dwarves. And it's like, really? You're going to rage quit when I didn't artillery camp in the corner? I mean, I would think you would be happy if I brought this kind of build, but it is hilarious when you just bring like a bunch of miners with blasting charges, a bunch of rangers and Norgrimlings, Ironbreakers. It's hilarious. I really wish they would make one of the Dwarf Lords Vanguard deploy, like Grombrindle or something. The guy's nuts. I mean, why shouldn't he be able to Vanguard deploy? Anyway, Griffin, very nice. Thank you. And then Moose, also like the build here. A lot of mobility and a lot of firepower with just a little bit of infantry, and then the Glady for netting and Prey of Anathrema, Spellsinger for healing. Pretty simple concept, but effective again in the right scenario. So thank you all for the game. It was awesome. So that was game 2. Once you are done with the game, if you go ahead and rotate out, we're going to pick 4 new players. I have to go save the replay real quick, so this is going to be 2v2 night game 2. All right. So thank you all for participating. Appreciate those players. We are going to move on to game 3. Let's go pick ourselves some more players. I got to take Regina off of the list here because she was in that battle. So our next player up, so player 1, team 1 is Captain Mango. Captain Mango, player 1, team 1. And then for our next player here, I'm not going to lie, folks. This chair is pretty awesome. The lumbar support has been fantastic. White Smoke 3, thank you. You are going to be player 2 on team 1, so White Smoke 3. And then Wicked, our very own moderator. Wicked is going to be player 1, team 2. So Wicked is up. And Ungram, our very own Slayer King, is going to be Wicked's teammate, player 2, team 2. So we have player 1, Captain Mango and White Smoke. Sorry, player team 1, Captain Mango and White Smoke 3. Team 2, Wicked and Ungram, Iron Fist. So that is going to be our teams. Is that Wicked? Wicked, are you Croxy person right now? He says it is. Okay. All right. Just making sure. I know you guys change names from time to time. Oh, yes. Vampire Lizards. Vampire Lizards with Empire Beastmen. I like this one a lot too because both of these teams, the two factions on it, hate each other a lot. This should be good. I know it's not the Vampire Coast, which would probably be more of a hate for the Lizards, but still, I don't think the Lizards like vampires. I mean, if I'm going to venture a guess, I'm going to feel pretty comfortable saying that the Lizards don't like the vampires. It's not a 3v2. Warner is just checking armies. Eldrin. He is just checking the armies. He comes in, checks the armies, hops out. We need a new map, by the way. I'm going to go get us a new map while we're waiting. Let's go over here. Let's do the Warpstone Mine. I feel like a Warpstone Mine. Whoops. How's the sound in the last battle? I didn't get a chance to check chat. Was the sound good in the last battle? Do I need to make further adjustments? Or does everything seem okay? Thank you all for being here tonight. Thanks for the feedback. You all always give feedback. We do have a suggestion thread on the Discord where you can go and give suggestions on how we do these community nights. Always happy to see it. All right, people are saying the sound is good. Glad to hear it. Oh, seriously though, this lumbar support is fantastic. MSI, you do good. I mean, usually MSI just gives my processor a comfortable place to sit in a socket. Now I have a comfortable place to sit. You know, it's actually kind of a funny story. You guys want to hear the story? Like, how I got MSI as a sponsor? I don't know, maybe it won't be interesting to you. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm going to tell you anyway, whether you wanted to hear it or not. So, here's the story with MSI. After Warhammer 1 released, not long after it released, I get an email at random, and I get a lot of emails, and unfortunately most of them are just like junk, where it's like people saying, oh, hey, we want you to join our MCN network, or hey, we want you to advertise this mobile game on our channel. And I'm like, no, I don't do mobile games. I already quit my MCN because they're just stealing my money. That's like That is 99% of the emails I get for like business propositions. I'm not going to torture you all with mobile game advertisements. I will advertise something for someone if they have a legitimate product that I actually think you would enjoy. I hate mobile games, so I'm not doing it. I'm not saying that that makes people bad for advertising stuff on their channel. I'm just saying I won't do it. In any case, I get this email from a lady working for MSI in Taiwan, and she's like, hey, we are doing a promotion where if you buy an MSI motherboard, we give you a copy of Total War Warhammer for free. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. I would love to promote that for you. And so they asked me to do it. They weren't offering to pay me or anything. They're just asking if I would promote it because they saw that my channel did. And I was like, sure, no problem. Glad to help, because I love building computers. And I figured, hey, if anybody's going to build a computer for Warhammer, why not show them? You can get a free Total War Warhammer. So I just did it for MSI. And, they were appreciative. They said, hey, thank you, appreciate it. And they felt like they got some good participation out of it. And I was talking to my buddy, Captain Awesome. He's actually on the channel sometimes. And I'm talking to him, and he's like, dude, you should totally ask them for a motherboard. And I was like, I don't know. That would make me feel bad, like asking them for something. And so I was like, I don't know if I can do that. And Mrs. Ayers admiring the chair right now, too. She hadn't seen it yet. So in any case, yeah. MSI, so I was real nervous. And I sent an email, and I was like, hey, I'm really wanting to build a new computer. We did this sponsorship thing. People seem to respond pretty well to it. You seemed happy with it. What would you think about giving me a motherboard, and I'll feature it in a video to all my viewers building a computer? And I was just like, oh man, I feel so bad. Like I was, because I was probably just, me being me. And I get an email back like minutes later, and they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. And so I was like, all right, they'll just send me some, like fairly cheap motherboard, very nice of them. And I was like, all right, so I'm super. And then they sent me an email and showed me the motherboard. They have sent me their flagship motherboard on the Z170. It's a motherboard that had like a big titanium backplate on the back of it. It's absolutely beautiful. And I was just like mind blown. It was like a $300-something motherboard they sent me, and I was just like, holy mackerel. I guess good things happen when you ask. And I was real appreciative. I made a video for them, put it on my channel, did the build. It looked absolutely awesome. And then, a few months later, Z270 came out. And again, my buddy's prodding me, and he's like, dude, you should ask him for a Z270. And I was like, man, I don't know. They gave me this really nice board. I really don't think that. And he's like, no, do it. And I was like, all right. It's like, so hey, the last video got some, good stuff. I told them about it, and they're like, yeah, sure, we'll send you a Z270 board. And again, they send me like a really nice one. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. And so months go past. I've used their motherboard, made the video for them. And I get this email like somewhere around the holiday, and it's like an offer of sponsorship. And that is actually how I ended up going to Austin to visit AMD when Ryzen came out. They sent me to Gamescom in 2017, and now they've sent me for the last 2 years. They've sent me a whole computer build to put together on. I mean, they're fantastic. I have reached out to other companies to ask about a sponsorship. Most of them won't even return an email, and the ones that have are just like, meh. Just blow you off. And I don't know why MSI has decided to be so kind to me, but I appreciate it. I love their stuff. I've used it before, and so it was a really exciting one for me. And there's people like, Eric, quit shilling for them. Look, I liked them. They came to sponsor me, and they've been great to the channel. And because of their support, I've been able to give you all like really high quality videos, and it's definitely been a benefit to the channel. So yeah, and also when you have a sponsor, it makes you a lot less dependent on income from the videos to keep your channel going, which is great because, if your views go down, it doesn't matter as much because, you're getting sponsored elsewhere and you can keep the channel going. So it's always a nice thing to have. Anyway, there's a little background story. Let's take a look at the armies. I was chatting my brains out way too much. So the Lizardmen, looks like we got some Chameleon Skinkies. No, Skink Skirmishers. We've got a Krokgar on Grimlock, some Skink cohorts up front, and then we have some red-crested Skinks in a second line, some Sara Spears, and Croak Daddy. He got his spells here. Croak is an infantry destroyer, given the opportunity. Sucks up a lot of winds of magic, but he can crush infantry. He's got some Cold One Spear Riders out on that flank as well. Let's take a look at some of the other units here. The vampires supporting them. It looks like we do have a little lag right now. It's not too bad. We got a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord on a Hellsteed. We got a Banshee, a Fluffy Puppy, some Fell Bats. We have a lot of Grave Guard in this line. So a Grave Guard and a Grave Guard with great weapons. Another great weapon over there. So that is some pretty sturdy Vampire Infantry. A couple of Black Knights. Let's take a look at the Beastmen here. They've got some Hounds out on this flank. Some Centigores with great weapons moving alongside some Gore Herds. The Empire has some state troops spread all over the battlefield, including some Spearmen and Flagellants. There are handguns spread out too, and they are intermixed. Look at the spread here on the Beastmen and the Empire army. Definitely looking for a kind of ladder-like deployment to try and cause damage and maybe then envelop. So I'm thinking that they want the enemy to push forward, take a lot of damage, while they then are able to envelop the flanks is probably what they're up to. This can be a viable strategy because you can single out units in the right scenario. These Centigores with great weapons are going to take a crap on Black Knights. There are red-crested skinks coming in to help. These Harpies are getting really chewed up there too. Oh, very nice spell placement there from the Bray Shaman. And then I love the positioning of the handguns right now. They are back in a really excellent position. Bastiladon, a point-blank shot into the Minotaurs there. We do have a Light Wizard over here with net, and he has netted the Cold One Spear Riders. Look at the positioning of the handguns here too. They're Free Company. This is wicked with some very nice positioning of the Free Company militia, and then the handguns able to shoot up and over too. Better watch out for that. But there's so much help here. We got silver bullets and handguns. Vampires, look at the use of the terrain too. Very nice there. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, here comes Croak. He's trying it on the Minotaurs though. I don't think the Minotaurs are the best target. It did do quite a bit of damage. It doesn't hurt friendlies either. I'll tell you where that would have been interesting from Croak is right over here on the Man Rippers. Take them out of the fight. Must have Morgur here because we've got a Chaos Spawn popping up. They are really wrecking these Flagellants. Right now, the power bar is slightly against the Vampire Reptilian Alliance. I can see why. The sheer number of guns is significant. Very significant right now. These Man Rippers are man-ripping the crap out of those Fell Bats and Graveguard, and then the guns are there to help too. Warner, are you enjoying this battle? This is like a battle tailor-made for Warner with all the guns. The Lord of Handguns. Wow. Again, very nice positioning how he's getting up on the hill and shooting across. This right here, got the Spearmen going in to keep stuff busy. I mean, the positioning of the guns is really good. It's keeping them in a spot to cause damage, shoot in from the rear. And then the hill gives them the ability to fire up and over. I'm trying to think where Croak, if they have the magic, where they could be useful. I mean, a handgun unit might not be a bad one to KO with Croak, because the handguns are absolutely ripping these guys a new one. I like the Skinks using their speed to get back here, but they haven't been able to get the silver bullets. The Skink unit would really need to get those silver bullets there. The Bastiladon and Krokgar are laying into Volkmar right now, and Volkmar does not want to be living this life at the moment. He is going to be seeing Sigmar much sooner than he may have expected. Krokgar is going to stomp him back to the prehistoric age. All part of the plan of the old ones. You see, the Blood Dragon Lord is mixed up with these Man Rippers. That is not going to be a brilliant time for him. Got some skeleton summons coming in there. Over here, the Free Company militia finally pinned down. It's just a Banshee. Going to be some Fell Bats coming in, though. That should be helpful. Sons of Goros still running around. It's a Centigore with great weapon. Volkmar manages to live. Oh! Morgur took a magic shotgun to the face from Krokgar. They call it the Hand of the Gods, but it is definitely the shotgun of the gods. Old One nuclear arsenal, that's true. That's definitely true for Croak. Croak is getting shot, but he is pretty missile resistant. If I remember right, he has some significant... Well, no, it's only 15%. Never mind. He is not very missile resistant, because he's a huge target. He is a giant undead toad. Is Croak dead? Undead? I don't really fully know if I understand the answer to that. The balance bar has not gone too crazy in one favor or the other, and I'm trying to kind of get a feel for what's going on. Oh, Croak's dropping a nuke over here. No. That's a banishment off of Whew. Morgar is getting hit by a dino laser there. The destroyers of Drakewald should help a little versus Krokgar, but he's going to take off. He really needs to take out the enemy lords. Volkmar would be a good one to get rid of, or the Light Wizard here. And then these guys would be a good one to come fight off some infantry. The Celestial Wizard as well, a double wizard. That's probably a Curse of the Midnight Wind. Look at the undead forces fighting it out with the state troops. State troops have to be pretty brave to know that they're gonna go be fighting like all these crazy monsters, and all they get is like spears and a little bit of armor. Hopefully they have steam tanks in their army. Woo! Krokgar's getting hit. There's a well-placed Great Cannon back here. Felbat's over here making a nice play. They're going to take that Great Cannon out of commission, but not before it didn't pick up a chevron in combat. Got the Korok's Man Rippers over here trying to get back into battle. A Banshee is going to be a pain in the butt for anybody to deal with, unless you can keep someone with magic damage alive, such as Volkmar, and he is healing. That ought to help the power bar in their favor. Ooh, just a miss by a hair there with the Bastillodon. Krokgar is about to get killed. The cannons have his number. The destroyers of Drakewald had him pinned down. Grimlock and Krokgar not loving. Is that a Shim's Burning Gaze? No, it's a net. Yikes. That may be the end of Krokgar. 2 units of Spearmen. Oh, is that Croak to the rescue? I think it's Croak. Yeah, it's Croak. Croak, 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 Croak. Woo! That is what it looks like when you get toad nuked. That's what it looks like when you get toad nuked. And look at that shield of protection there for Krokgar, though he's standing outside of it at the moment. So Krokgar manages to take down a couple hundred spearmen in the process with the help of Croak. And here he is, the magic toad. This is one toad you really don't want to lick. That has to be absolutely disgusting, and I'm sure the hallucinations are beyond wild. That was an epic moment, to be sure. That was the last shot off the Bastillodon. Power bar definitely leaning in favor of the Beastmen and the Empire, but this battle's not over yet. I'll try and see if we can get a handle on things. Volkmar being healed, though, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a real big deal. There's artillery back here as well. 3 units of artillery, potentially. Oh my goodness. Is that another Croak nuke? Yes, it is. It wasn't the really powerful one, but it kills a lot of units. Croak. Oh! Alright, anything I said about Croak maybe being able to do better earlier, I take it back. That is 432 kills for the big toad. This toad, oh my goodness. Holy crap. All right, Croak MVP, even if he goes down here, I think Croak's gonna take home MVP. Yikes. Well, it does look like that the Beastmen and Empire, this was an epic battle. There's not a lot of troops left on the battlefield, and it was a big one. Volkmar came very near to death. Krokgar almost got him. That impressive shotgunning by Krokgar and the other work. That was a sweet battle. What do y'all think? I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that one a lot. That was really good. White Smoke, Captain Mango, Ungrim, and Wicked. Thank you all so much. Let's take a look at the key units in each army. That is a lot of kills on a Chaos Warhound. It must have been used very nicely at mopping stuff up. Korok's Man Ripper is doing okay-ish. Yeah, I mean, really, that is some impressive work on a Warhound. Let's take a look at Captain Mango's army over here. Or hang on, here was White Smoke. Croak with 437 kills. Krokgar picked up 50. Look at the skink with 68 too. I mean, take that home any day. The Sara Spear didn't even get a chevron with 153 kills. They must have been absolutely taking a dump on a lower class unit. That is a lot of kills for the Lizardmen. They got some serious work done in terms of damage too. So, and then Captain Mango here. Let's see where, whoa, the Stearnsman and the Graveguard doing pretty darn well here for Vampire Infantry, picking up that kind of killage. Very nicely done. Let's take a look. Yeah, we saw Ungrams over here, and then Wicked. These cannons got some work done, especially if that chevronage was earned. And then, holy crap, Volkmar must have gotten a nice banishment that I didn't catch, because that is some serious wreckage by Volkmar. That bound banishment spell in the right situation can cause huge damage. So it's a very nice use with Volkmar. Use them to get people blobbed up or cause a blob, and then just unleash it. It is definitely an awesome way to go. So I think we can do one more battle, okay? We'll see. We have enough people to do another battle, and I'm going to pick them. If they're here, then great. If we need to, maybe we could have some people volunteer to come back. But let's go ahead and pick one. Let's see. Jackal Goal, are you out there? If so, you are up. I want to try and get this last group in so that everybody gets a chance to play for the most part. I unfortunately think that one or two people won't actually get to make it on stream, and I hate to see that, but that's probably just going to have to be the case tonight. So Jackal Goal, you are Team 1. Reptile King, I don't know if you're still awake out there, man. If you are, holy crap. I hope you get some sleep tonight. Reptile King, you are in with Jackal Goal. And then let's see who is next. And then in Fireclad, if you are out there, you are up. In Fireclad is Player 1, Team 2. And then let's get our last player is going to be Namru. Namru, if you are out there, you are up. And then Sergeant Dawnshield and Baron Von Boot, in that order. If we have players who can't join, you will jump in their place. So be ready just in case. Oh, we have Flying Taco in. Oh, was he in the last battle? Let's see who we got here. Flying Taco's returned. Okay. Let's see. Who is Reckles here? Which one is he, the one that I picked? He was picked for one of the battles, said he was not home. Okay, we'll try and get Taco in here. We could, it's probably going to lag, but we could turn it into a 3v3 for the last one if we just have people we need to try and fit in. If we need to. We'll try and start off with a 2v2. Yep, stay in. Rackles is Jackal Goal. Okay. So who did I call off? Is there someone I called off that isn't in here? Is Reptile King even awake? I'm guessing he's not awake. And so that would make Flying Taco like a good substitute here. I'm guessing Reptile King is probably asleep. Maybe. If he's not, he's probably going to start yelling at me here in a minute. But I hope that Reptile is getting some sleep and not staying up too late. This will be the last battle of the night. Warner, I don't know if you got a chance to check the armies. If you didn't, I've got you a spot open there. Now, who had to restart the... Oh, Warner had to restart the game? Okay. Ironclad... Is that... It says in Ironclad and Fireclad. I'm guessing that's in Fireclad. So, let's look at the teams again. So, Fireclad was with Namru. So, let's put Taco Taco, you head to Reckles' team. Alright, Don Shield is here in case we need a backup. Right now, we're good, Don Shield. I'm sorry you haven't gotten in on this one. But I'll tell you what, Warner, if you can help me remember for next time, we didn't get to Baron Von Boot and Dawn Shield, so for the next community night, since I couldn't get to you all tonight, and I can't promise to do this every time, but I'm going to do it this time, since we didn't get to you all, you can be first on the next community night, okay? So Dawn Shield, you and Baron Von Boot can go first on the next event, and if you're not here on the next one, then whenever you do get to come to the next one, we will honor the rain check. And Semper Fi also. Okay, we can do that. We will get you all in on the next one. We can keep a note somewhere in the Discord to remind us who didn't get in. I'm sure we can go put it somewhere in the Discord just to remind ourselves that who didn't get in. And we will make sure you're on deck first, and then of course after that, again, every week, if we get like a ton of players, there will definitely be no way I can like promise a rain check the next time. But tonight, it was close, and I feel bad that we didn't get to quite get everybody in there, and so I definitely want to have those folks get a chance next time. And Don Shield's amazing, by the way. Don Shield, thank you for coming in and joining the Discord. Gave me some epic support before in another stream. Thank you so much. I haven't forgotten you. Really appreciate you being here with us, Don Shield. I need to pick a new map, too. And Baron Von Boot had some really good games in our last community night, too. If I remember right, and I do believe I remember. Let's go with High Mountain Pass. High Mountain Pass. High Pass, I guess, is the map. Here we go. High Pass it is. Or is that a multiplayer High Pass or something? Let me go look. Yeah, we're going to leave it on this one. High Pass it is. We've got Beastmen and Dwarves going up against Lizards and Bretonia. Beastmen, Dwarves versus Lizards, Bretonia. Beastmen has gotten some really strong representation tonight. They have gotten some super strong representation tonight. Don Shield, no, I'm serious, man. I appreciate having you here. You're fantastic. I try my best. I'm not perfect. I try my best not to forget the folks that I've interacted with and stuff before. Obviously, there's so many that I know it won't be perfect. But I try. Like, I remember a lot of your names and stuff when I've seen people in stream and stuff before. Like Sam Drew, for instance. I know I've responded to him before and talked to him and seen him on other streams. Again, not perfect at it. But I try to remember. Of course I remember you, Uncle Gant. You've been in voice chat with me before when we're playing battles. I wish that I actually had a memory good enough. Beast women would be called the goat gals. That's my kind of lame, folks. That is my kind of lame. I do remember handguns, Warner. I always remember handguns. I like the two teams fact. Yeah, I don't know. How have you all liked the 2v2 night? I like 1v1, and it's a fun way, especially when you do winter stays. I think the 2v2 is fun also. I'm really kind of curious to see how this kind of thing holds up in an FFA. Do I just do Warhammer now, William? No, I still do 3K campaign, but 3K doesn't really have a multiplayer component, so that's why I'm only working on a campaign. I'm a little behind on it right now. I need to get caught up on Cao Cao. That Cao Cao campaign, it's about to get nuts. It's gonna get nuts. Right after I ended the turn to save my game after I quit recording, because it's on Legendary, you have to end a turn to save your game, I got war declared on me by like every faction north of me. Liu Bei, Gongsun Zan, it is going to be an absolute bloodbath. And I knew that was coming because they were kind of like recoalescing different coalitions, and they had nowhere else to go. I was the only other faction that wasn't part of their coalition. So I was like, man, I know. And all throughout the episode, I talked about it. Oh, it's going to be rough. It is going to be rough. Rayana, however it's pronounced there, just tuned in. But how about 2v2 lore accurate night? We have suggested that one as a fun one. It's a good idea. And if you do have suggestions for community night, go into my Discord. There's a suggestion thread, and you can leave your suggestions for community night there. I read some good ones that people had, so feel free to go in there and leave that. Semperfi616 says, fantastic games and a wonderful community. Sorry I couldn't get on tonight. Done a great thing, Air. Thanks for everything. Been around since Rome 2. You're the best. Thank you, Semperfi. Really appreciate it. Hopefully we're not going to drop someone from this game because the loading time is going really long. I hope we haven't lost someone. We'll see. Semperfi, since you mentioned Rome 2, how about a little reminiscing, okay? How about a little reminiscing? The Carthage campaign on Rome 2. Do you guys remember all the turds that I had to fight? And then, because the game was in such a horrific state after launch, do you remember the like Civil War event where just like 20 stacks of like elite Carthaginian troops just beamed down out of an alien spaceship next to my capital? Ugh. CA, please. The launch of Rome 2 was so bad. It was so bad. What's weird is I knew a lot of the community team at CA at the time, and they'd actually brought me over to play Rome 2. And I remember still a lot of people like, Eric, you were a shill because you didn't tell us about Rome 2. You played it ahead of launch. I did play it ahead of launch, and when I was in the studio, the build I was playing actually crashed when I was playing a Carthage campaign. It was kind of a mess. Number one, it's hard to tell how a new game plays because it's new, and you have these blinders on that make it hard to see past something that's new and fun. And Rome 2 was something I've been waiting for forever. And so you have these blinders on. It makes it hard. The game crashed. It had a few other issues, but I was playing an early release version in their office months before release. So I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. It's just, I don't want to get out here and start trashing them because it's not a release build. That doesn't feel right for me to go out and start like trashing them. Oh boy, the release build was rough. It was rough. But, I will say this, to CA's credit, that launch was awful. Awful. And it was after an Empire Total War launch that had also been really bad. They turned around after that and released Shogun 2, which was brilliant. Not perfect on launch, but brilliant. Shogun 2 came before it, my bad. They did so much for Rome 2. They didn't quit. It was like 18, 19, 20 patches later. They're still patching it. And then they come out with an Emperor Edition. And then they even bring DLC to it, like 2 years later. Rome 2 is in a very playable condition right now. The game runs pretty smooth on most computers. It looks pretty good. It's playing better than it's ever played before. I wish I could have my 1,000 hours of Rome 2 back in the current build. It is really good, especially if you can catch it on sale. Rome 2 is a game definitely worth owning at this point from a historical standpoint. They did a really good job bringing that from death into life. So anyway, Don Shield, thank you for the 10. He says, good night, Air. Thank you for being amazing and making great content. No, thank you for being amazing, Don Shield. Says, good luck, the last combatants. Sorry, me and Semperfi weren't here earlier. Hey, it's no problem. We are going to get you in next time. So Don Shield, you, Semperfi, and Baron Von Boot, we haven't forgotten you. You will get to jump in on the next community night. Thank you so much for the 10, Don Shield. Thank you also, Semperfi. Really appreciate both of you. Let's take a look at these armies real quick. So for the Beastmen, boy, it is just a Morgur night. And he has a Bray Shaman Lore of Wild on the chariot. We've got the Butchers of Kalkengard, a couple of pig herds, some Ungor spears in the back, and then we've got some Gore herds on the flank for the dwarves here in the center. There are several units of Longbeards, some Thunderers, Rune Lord. We have the Eye of Morslib here, and then Ulthar's Raiders. Remember, if these guys get a hold of someone with their special ability, they can crush them fast. Some Gore herd, Miners, and Bugmans. Vanguard deployed, and look at this Lizard Cavalry over here. Got a couple of Cold One Riders. Holy crap, 2 Horned Ones and 4 Cold One Riders. This is a lot of armor-piercing mayhem over here. Then there's a red-crested Skink Chief riding amongst all the Saurus warriors there. And then for Bretonia, I see the Holy Wardens of Les Mesental, and we're going to have the Foot Squires, the Beast Slayers of Baston, some Men-at-Arms. Got some Temple Guards here, Skink Priest, Skink Cohorts up front, some red-crested Skinks, another Temple Guard. We got a Trebuchet out here. Whoo, Questing Knights. 2 Questing Knights and a Grail Knight. Another Vanguard deployed Dwarf formation here. This is going to be an interesting battle, folks. Infantry-wise, I'm taking a look at this. Those Bestigor herds should be handy. These Temple Guard are definitely a head above anything out here, except for the Man Rippers, probably. Were they present? I can't remember if I saw the Man Rippers or not. I don't think they were. Yeah, I mean, I kind of think maybe a small infantry advantage. Mobility, I mean, the Lizards have all this cav, and so do the Bretonians. There's going to be a lot of hard-hitting cavalry flying around the battlefield. I'm curious to see how the Beastmen and the Dwarves deal with it. There are Slayers. There's a cannon back here. These Butchers would be decent if you could get them without being charged. And then armor-piercing damage from Razor Gore Herd, again, decent if you're not getting them charged by the enemy cav. I'm going to just test the lag here. Not very laggy, so things appear to be in good shape. Looks like we're about to kick off the battle. We have Albric de Bordelot, the Trident Lord. Warner has put a link to the Discord there. If you all aren't a member of it, please feel free to come join it. Dov says, I thought I had brand practice night. Turns out it was canceled. Man, we'll get you another night, Dov. We'll get you another night. We definitely love having you in here, too. Yeah, there is a little bit of lag in the game, but we'll tough it out. Sometimes it smooths out. Yeah, it's smoothing out a little. Ooh, Albric, the target of some affection by that Dawi cannon. Ooh, let's see if these Miners... They don't really have a lot of armor-piercing damage, I don't think, for the Miners. So I don't think this is going to work out well, even if they had gotten to throw their satchel charges there. Questing Knights ought to chew these Miners up. They're doing a little damage on it, but it's not that much. Yeah, those Miners are going to get bushwhacked by the Questing Knights. That is exactly the kind of target. Low attack, high armor. Questing Knights are going to eat that stuff alive. That's a big hit. Whatever the heck that was. Is that the Eye of Morslib? Holy crap, he put a hit on that thing. No, it's the Chariot. The Chariot just plowed right on through that. What a gutsy Chariot play here. So Taco just going at it with the Chariot. Oh man, these Lizards have got them some Dawi food over there. Yeah, this cavalry, I really feel like the Dwarves and the Beastmen are going to have a hard time with the cavalry. Woo! A lot of armor-piercing cavalry on the battlefield. Dwarves are not going to like that. Definitely getting a little bit of lag, but we are surviving. We are surviving. Get to watch the Eye of Morslib wind up in slow motion. That was a pretty good hit right there. Let's see what the Bray Shaman's up to here. Some of the dwarves sitting back. They're taking a lot of Trebuchet shots. Trebuchet is getting some work done. The cavalry already punched through the dwarf flank there. Let's see this. So Bretonia and the lizards working their way uphill into a static formation here for the Beastmen. But the Beastmen did some charging. I think trying to take some initiative here. Alberic is really helping out there in the center with his anti-large. Morgur is in, and he's already spawned some, gotten some chaos spawn up. Here comes the butchers. But the Beast Slayers of Bastogne here, not sure this is really where the butchers want to be, unless they're just trying to get a quick piece of Alberic. It's too bad that Lizardman cavalry, one of them is in a good position. If that Lizardman cavalry would come in here and pin the butchers of Kalkengard, that would be a really clutch play there. The Razorgore herd is going nuts. Oh, look at the lizard cavalry here. It's like the lizard Rohirrim. And it's funny they got paired with Bretonia, who also has a lot of cavalry here. Wow, yeah, the dwarves and beastmen are going to really be struggling here. They're getting hit hard. Now, these warriors and longbeards could hold out for a decent period of time in melee. It depends on what they're up against. Ooh, that Vile Tide. That was a nice Vile Tide. Right in the middle of a big infantry blob. I wonder where that Bray Shaman's hanging out here. Where is that Bray Shaman? I can't even find him right now. Morgur right in the center of it. Yeah, he's way over here. Bray Shaman has 99 kills. There's a lot of chariots, and if the Beastmen want to help pull this battle into their favor, they've got to use those chariots to get rid of a large amount of infantry from their enemies and keep their skirmishers alive. This is a pretty big mistake here, I think, from the Lizardmen. They've got a lot of cavalry balled up here, and these Thunderers are making them pay. They're making them pay pretty significantly. The Dwarves are being patient, holding on with their Slayers, kind of biding their time, and Ulthar's Raider back here too. This horned one would be a very nice target right now to slow it down. Let's see whether or not they get it. See what happens. The marked by Ulthar would be big. I don't know if it's already been used, though. Yep, there it comes. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. Oh, maybe it didn't go off. I don't think it went off. There is no marked by Ulthar. Those horned ones are just going to plow right on through. They're taking a lot of damage to those giant slayers, though. But, I mean, they're also causing a fair bit of damage. I just don't know if it's going to be worth it in the end. The other bad thing about a horned one is that it can go berserk. Like, it can rampage. It looks like it's about to get hit by that marked by Ulthar here again. Joe B, holy mackerel. Whoa. Joe B, give me, holy cow. Give me just a second to finish up this match, and I'll definitely respond to you. It says, congrats there, 250 to celebrate 250. You've been my favorite YouTuber since Roman Shogun days. It's been awesome to see you come this far. Keep up the great work. We love you. Thank you so much. That is the second person. 250 for 250,000 subscribers. Absolutely speechless. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. Chat, can you guys help me thank Joe B? And let's watch the rest of this battle, and then I'll have a little more to say to Joe. And thank you. Joe, you've been here before and really appreciate the support. Thank you for being one of the awesome folks that makes this community so fantastic. Let's take a look at it. So for the battle here, the Cold One Riders Still fighting. I mean, it's still showing a very balanced bar here. I'm trying to figure that out. Bretonnia still has a Grail Relique over here. That'll help this cheap infantry. They've still got the Beast Slayers and some Questing Knights over here cutting through dwarves, but on the flip side, you've got the Eye of Morslib here, along with Morgar, who's in very good health. The Red-Crested Skink is in big trouble. Albric is still alive up in the air, but he's got a lot to deal with. This battle is definitely still very close. There's a lot of infantry out here still alive, too, for Bretonnia. I think it's going to depend on how this one falls. Folks, thank you so much. Joe B, you and James tonight, way above and beyond what I would ever dream of, and certainly not expect. James and Joe, thank you so much. Listen, you guys supporting the channel that way. I want you to shoot me a message on the Discord. Shoot me an email at AirTotalWar, whatever one you want to do. Probably the message on Discord would be good. Let me know if there's some content you want me to make you. Happy to do a special request video for you. If you have a suggestion for a community night, we'd be happy to entertain that suggestion too. I know that you probably don't expect me to do a whole bunch of special stuff for you by supporting because you're just saying you love the content, but I want to do it and would love to help. Ungrum, thanks for the 5. It says add a 2 in front and then of the 5 and another 0. No one else needs to do that. You guys are way too kind. You have gone way above and beyond what you should even consider doing. Thank you so much. And like I said, for those of you suggestions for community night handgun only for mortar, I like that suggestion. Alright, so this is starting to tilt in favor of the dwarves, and I was kind of expecting that because Albric is really the main power unit who is left. His support structure is running thin. It's running thin. This Rune Lord over here can really be a pain in the butt late in the battle, especially he's got a healthy Morgar, these Butchers, and the Eye of Morslib is a bit nasty in melee too, on top of the fact that he is dropping some serious pain at range here, and then there's a whole unit of Dwarf Warriors that hasn't even budged. These guys are just like, bro, come at us. Now they're going to go into combat. This was a nice battle, too. There's a lot of cavalry there for the other team, and I honestly didn't think that Bretonnia, the dwarves, could overcome it, but they did. I think by holding their formation, playing patiently, getting the damage in there with their missile units, and keeping their lords alive, really turned the battle for him in what, honestly, I think should have been a fairly difficult battle. Back here, you've got too many units chasing this Thunderer. I think just the Questing Knight would have been sufficient here. These units definitely need to be up here supporting Albric right now. They need his help. But Blob, that Eye of Morslib, is going to drop a magical nuclear rock all over him, and you can see why. He is really getting some work done on these Foot Squires right now, and those Foot Squires are badly needed to take on all these remaining units. I just don't think there's anything there to take out the Butchers of Kalkengard. And then on top of that, you got to kill Mortar and the Eye. In this case, the hill has an eye, and it's the Eye of Morslib. That guy has got an arm, too, not just an eye. Check it out. Should we get some good perspective here? Yikes. He is dropping the pain. I think we're about to get a chain rout here from what's left of Albric's army. And the Lizardmen, there's still a Skink cohort way out here. Like I said, I don't think they have the right units left to finish this battle. If this Beast Slayer was healthy, maybe. Albric is down, folks. I think he's down. Namru has withdrawn. GG's. GG's for that last game of the night. I hope I may have forgotten to save game 3. Crap. That was a really good one. Anybody who played in game 3, or if anybody got the replay from game 3, can you please send it to me because I missed it. So if anybody has the replay for Game 3, can you send it to me in the Discord in the replay thread? I really would like to have that replay from Game 3. So if there's anybody who played in that one and you have the replay, please go post that for me in the Discord threads. Thank you so much for everybody who joined. Let's do a quick recap, and then I gotta hop off here. Reckles, I like the Dwarf Army here. Lots of blasting charges, Longbeards for some good immune to psychology, Bugman's Rangers, decent Vanguard unit, decent melee. They were supporting the miners. It didn't work out this time, but the concept is not all that flawed, right? Units charge forward, they try and get the Bugmans, and they take a whole bunch of damage in the process. So definitely a good idea. Giant Slayers, Dragonback Slayers, Rune Lord, like it. Definitely like it. Taco, like the build here with the Beastmen, the Eye of Morslib, Butchers of Kalkengard, a couple of fan favorites. A lot of work done with that Bray Shaman. That was very nicely played. And then Morger, just a nice tough-to-kill pick. I love the skink, like the huge portion of skinks in this army from Namru. Definitely a fun way to play, and definitely fun units. You don't usually see a big cavalry run like this from the Lizardmen, and that was kind of a cool feature. It didn't work out for him this time, but it was cool to see, and I like the gutsy pick that he takes with that. It gives them an unexpected component of, Cold One cavalry that people just don't usually come expecting the Beastmen to see. Look at the kills here. Those questing knights shoot up so many miners, and you had the Grail Knights there helping. But the rest of the Bretonnian army not able to get as much done as they needed to, though the Trebuchet did get a little work done there in the background. I had a super chat just now. I'm going to go check it. Give me just a second. So, Kaidik94 with the £5. He says, lore-friendly games would be a great idea. A mod called Tabletop Cap could be a nice tool to give us an idea of what to limit. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Say, Kaidik, if you are in the Discord, go put that suggestion in there too. I will keep that in mind, though. Thank you for the £5 and joining us from what I have to assume is somewhere in the UK. Thank you, everybody, for the games. If anybody has Game 3, again, please go post that in the replay thread of my Discord server. Let's all give Warner a big hand for helping out tonight. He's great about posting links, checking the armies, taking everybody's submissions. Warner, you are fantastic. Thank you for the help. It is definitely appreciated. So definitely appreciate it. I will see you all next Tuesday for Community Night. Get your suggestions out there. What a night. Thank you so much. James, you and Joe B, unreal, gentlemen. Unreal. Thank you so much for the huge support, and for everybody else who super chatted, for those of you here liking the video, watching, participating, suggestions, all of it. It all means a lot to me, and I appreciate every last one of you. Thank you for the 250K. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. And Joe B, let's get back to your comment here real quick too. He says, congrats on the 250, and it celebrate the 250. Roman Shogun days, man. Shogun 2 was such a fun heyday on my channel. I remember playing a lot of games with Hannibal Bonaparte, and there was a lot of pro players too, and there were some small YouTubers who were kind of getting a start back then that was a lot of fun to watch. Man, it was good times. You bring it up, Joe. I mean, I can think back, and I'm trying to remember his name. There was a Russian guy who ran a channel I loved his videos. I can't remember his name right now. Zaript. That was it. I loved Zaript's video. He had like this cool accent. Like his videos were well put together. I loved Zarip's videos. He did such a good job. Prussian Prince made a lot of great videos on that one too. Trying to think of some of the other guys that were out there. There was a lot of guys making videos on Shogun 2. There was a big community for that game. Some of those guys aren't making videos anymore, but I loved it. I'm trying to remember some of their names here. You guys remember any of the other ones? It was, oh dang, what was his name? I'm gonna remember him if I can. Oh man. There was this one guy who was always trolling me real bad too. He was like crazy and like trolling me. It drove me crazy. He was really being a big time troll, and then I think in the end he just like kind of laid off of it. I don't remember his name either, but that was a big mess. And then the Heir of Carthage clan was dominating the clan war map. It was fantastic. Tyson Crowther, thank you so much for being the newest sponsor of the channel. You get that awesome air shield next to your name. And you get access to the custom emojis. Coming soon, some 3K emojis that Warner made for me. I gotta get those uploaded. They're pretty awesome. We made some 3K emojis to go with that as well. Tyson, thank you so much. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. Welcome to the Airwa, or the community here, whatever. Make sure you're in the Discord too, Tyson. We'd love to have you there. I think you get like a little special marker or something next to your name if you tell the mods that you're a sponsor on YouTube also. So hope to see you there. Thank you for joining in. Joe B, James, thank you again, gentlemen. And yeah, those Rome 2 days and Shogun 2 days were a lot of fun. We will reminisce about it. You know what? I'll put in a good segment about it whenever we get like to the Q&A portion of the celebration. I'm thinking for the celebration, I want to give enough people time to join it. So I need to plan it a little in advance. So I'm probably going to plan it like 2 or 3 weeks out from now and get it on the calendar so we can really hype it up and give people time to plan to join. Plus, I got to ask a day off work. So you all be patient with it. It is coming. Just because we hit the 250K and it's not here right now doesn't mean it's not coming. It's coming. Okay? It's coming. We will have a big celebration. It'll be the closest thing to the AirCon that we can have. Okay? Anyway, thank you all so much. I will see you on the next stream next Tuesday. Air of Carthage signing out for now. See you then.